What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the B-Side Podcast. We got a good show for you coming live and direct today. You know we got our features. Resident guests, as I like to call them. We got our hoop guys. C-Nice, DP as we call them. So hey, stay tuned in. We got a lot more because you know what I'm going to say to DP. 71, baby. 71, baby. So hey, tune in. We coming at you. Yes. Welcome in. Like I said, we got our hoop resident guys here. DP, C-Nice. And without further ado, you know we got to check up on the fellas and see how y'all doing. What's up, fellas?
What up, bro? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, peoples.
All right. My fault. I had to clap up too loud. What's up, DP?
Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy New Year to all you guys out there. You know what I mean? Even though in the dead winter. Winter time, raining time out here in SoCal. But what's up with you, C?
Man, 2023, man.
Hey, man, we gonna go jump right into it. As you know, me and CZ, you know, we coach over here at Catella High School in Anaheim, California. We're going into league play. We coach the freshmen. Oh my goodness, this is trying times. I'm so happy that I'm not a parent. That's all I got to say. I'm so happy I'm not a parent. So shout out all the parents out there who has kids. Whoa. This is my first time dealing with some youngsters, and truly I've known I got some more gray hairs in my beard. So do you think we're ready for tomorrow league play tomorrow, C? Do you think we're ready?
I'm going to channel my inner Bob Huggins. We're going to go out there and we're going to play some D. I don't know what we're going to do on offense, but we're going to get a lot of steals, and hopefully we turn them into a lot of easy buckets. That's what I'm thinking. So we can get it done. First
things first, though. Coach Davis, can we get some more gear? Can we get some more gear, Coach D? That's all I want to say. But anyhow, so you channeling Bob Huggins.
Bob Huggins.
Okay.
West Virginia Bob Huggins or Cincinnati Bob Huggins? I gotta ask.
Bob Huggins player, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we definitely don't want the Kansas State Bob Huggins.
We do have the West Virginia offense. I'll say that.
What's up?
We do have the West Virginia offense. Great D, can't score.
and to all the players, if you're watching, especially freshmen, we don't lie to you. That is the truth. We've been telling you guys since day one. That's our bread and butter.
It's the motto.
Yes, that's our bread and butter. Defense, rebounding, and that's it, really.
That's it. Defense and rebounding. That's who we are.
That's you know. It's going to be interesting tomorrow, you know.
Your job is not to be realist.
Yes, it is.
Not explain what the actualities are. Your job is to project optimism.
Wait a minute.
That is the focus of coaching. Coaching does not deal with reality.
I get you, but it's a new wave now. It's a new wave. We deal with reality out here. You know, we got to stop lying to the kids. We got to stop lying to the youth.
Well, if you deal with reality, you'll keep them in the same place. The whole point of being is you want to motivate them to do something outside of the norm. And if you constantly keep telling them who they are, they'll never get to where you want them to be if there's an actual, journey for them or destination for them to go through.
They've actually exceeded expectations.
I'm not talking about the expexptation.
By reality. I'm
not talking about. I'm not talking about expectations. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Y'all just say the bread butter is rebounded. The defense.
That's what it is. You gotta know your strengths and weaknesses. You know, that's it. We're just giving our VGQ, ladies and gentlemen, on coaching. We're just giving our VGQ on coaching. That's it.
We know who we are. You know what I mean? And nothing wrong with knowing who you are.
No. You know, these kids have access to a lot of things, man. And I don't think a lot of them are using it wisely. You know, obviously these are youngsters, no question, but the accessibility to a lot of, I would like to say, weapons I want to say is that they can use. You know, back in the day, we had to get actual footage from some expensive video cam and then load it up in the VCR. They can download anything from their phone. They can get cuts of clips way back in the day of from anything to skill sets to watching teams back in the 60s, 50s, 30s. You know, and we didn't have that access. So I mean, you know, it's just how can I say it? It's just a cosplay with the old and the new.
So who do y'all play? Who do y'all play tomorrow for opening league game? Who do you play? What school?
Godinez.
Godinez?
Santa Ana, California.
Godinez.
Yes.
And what are you defending against? Since I mean,
defense 30.
Yeah.
What's that?
They got a guard can pull.
Average is 30.
They got a guy can pull over there.
They got a kid that averages 30. Well, I mean, what do they run? They got like a specific set they run?
We don't know.
We don't have no footage right now. No, we don't. We don't know.
Oh no, I mean, I don't know if like the previous coaches who went, because is it just the freshmen playing there, or is it varsity and JV too?
Everybody's league play, so everybody play.
Oh, so I mean, so they do have a system that they run.
Yeah,
right?
they got a system.
Like, it's not a new coach. I mean, you figured they would at least pass something down on how to defend them.
Yeah.
Or you going in blind?
Not going in too blind.
Yeah.
We've covered everything as far as man matchup, zone matchup, box.
Y'all ain't got nothing to go off of.
No, we just heard this through one of my peoples that saw them play. Was like, nah,
Hey, we got to hide the identity of that individual. We don't. We don't give out. We don't give out the wordage of our.
You got scouts. out there.
We're not saying that. We're not saying that.
Little community. You know what I mean? Pro all the way down to the high school level. You know, even going down to junior high. We know some things.
All I'm saying is we're giving our VGQ. We do what we do. They do what they do. That's the VGQ right there. We're giving our VGQ. They do what they do. We do what we do. No question. So anybody out there in Orange County area, come check us out. Catella High School versus Godinez is going down to Santa Ana. Check it out. Look it up. 6:00 p.m. Friday at Godinez. But anyhow, so we're going to get right into it. You know, obviously, this show here, we like to go off the phrase, we're giving you barbershop talk in your living room. Now, are we barbers? No. Am I? Yes, because I'm bald head. So I can say technically I put in over 10,000 hours shaving my head. So technically I could be a barber.
That's cool.
I definitely put in 10,000 hours of working on my bald head, you know. Mother Nature came through and said, we're going to just take that from you. But it's okay. So therefore, we don't have no licenses or whatever the case may be. We just going with the catchphrase, you know. Everybody got some type of podcast doing some barbershop talk. Why not? We going to have it too. Giving you barbershop talk in your living room. Meaning that we go over a lot of things, as you know, if you're attentive in the barbershop. Cover a wide range of topics. Anywhere from education, entertainment, sports, politics, you name it. We're going to discuss it. So, do we have a format? Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But we're going to dive into it anyway. So, we're going to go straight into the NBA. You know, a lot of power rankings out right now. I think ESPN came out their power rankings on the NBA, each individual team. However, like we were discussing in the green room, I like that aspect. In the green room, I hate to bring this up right now. I'm not going to go in my boy DP because he is a Chicago native, and he's going to represent the Bulls, and we are in the Central Division. I'm representing my Cavaliers. And also, wait a minute here. Yes. Central Love, what's up?
I just want to know, you know, you said he's a Central native.
Yeah.
And he represented the Bulls. I thought he was with the Nets.
Central Division.
I thought he was with the Nets. I just wanted for the record who you really with. Who you with, like Jay-Z was saying.
Bob.
Yeah.
Bob. Yeah. Don't let that man interrupt you no more, man. Look, can he finish? See, nice man, with all the calamity. Continue, Bob.
I want to know who you with.
Finish your thought.
So obviously, you know, Monday night was a big theme in the NBA. My man Donovan Mitchell from the Cavs put up 71 points. So my thing is on this. Word got out, even he posted it, that the following day, less than 24 hours, he had to do a piss test. NBA came in, made him drop a piss test, PEDs or whatever, maybe his chemicals, whatever the case may be in his body. However, we know that Luka over in Dallas has been going off past week or two. I remember he averaged a crazy, never seen before triple-double in the NBA. What was it, 60, 20, and 10? Something like that?
In overtime.
Yes.
Overtime, I think.
And we didn't hear nothing about him dropping piss tests. So how do y'all feel? Talk to us about that.
Giannis has been going off, too. There have been a couple cats going off. So I thought it was kind of strange for you to say that he had to drop a piss test because, once again, I'm like, you still got to make the shots. To get 71, I mean, you got to make the shots. You know what I mean? So what's the enhancement supposed to do? You got to make your shots, dude. You know what I mean? 71 is not a regular occurrence.
No.
Well, I'm going to say he should have got tested, but I mean, he just got tested for the wrong thing. There was a performance enhancement out there, and the enhancement wasn't in the substance of drugs, but in the substance of referral, that new referee, abuse that allowed that man to score 70-something points. You know what I mean? I watched the entire game, the last 10 minutes of the game, fouls were called. It was lopsided the whole way through. We talking ghost fouls. People weren't getting touched. And Bobby, I mean, if you watch the game, you saw when your boy Jared Allen went up for the dunk. DeMar just went right by him. You know what I mean?
Home calls. Home calls are part of the game.
Ain't no such thing no more. That went out with Donahue. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Ain't no more home calls. So yeah, he should have got drug tested. You know what I mean? But I think the drugs that they had listed there probably wasn't on the list. The referees was clearly an enhancement. And it's sad that even after that 71, the NBA has even disclosed that there were a lot of bad calls during that game. And not only was it on that game, it was on the previous game too. So there is something going on between Cleveland and the referee association. What is the connection there, brother? You know what I'm saying? Let us know the secret, Bob. I mean, you're a Cavaliers fan.
I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this.
Hey, like you said, shots fired, you know what I'm saying? You either come prepared, you know what I'm saying, or you dug down.
Now I did see the bogus report that
that game should have been
that the NFL, that the referees came out and said, I want to say what? They definitely made it known that his last shot.
There needs to be some suspension.
Shouldn't be counted.
Should have been some suspension.
They're human beings. Refs missed a lot of calls.
There's 3 of them. There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Dropped off on 2 All-Stars?
They're not All-Stars this year.
What do you mean?
They ain't no All-Stars this year. No, they're not. I guarantee you they won't be.
Well, they previous All-Stars. That's all I can say. Hey. That's all I can say. They All-Stars. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Previous.
What happened. That goes on your resume. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan got dropped off of 71.
They did.
I'm saying.
They sure did. And you know why? Because sorry old Billy Donovan, you know what I mean? Still don't know how to do those transition defensive drills. You know what I mean? For one. Number 2.
He made a lot of threes. He made 8 threes, right? 7, 8 threes.
Man, that cat was going to the hole too.
Hey.
Yeah, like that. Last time I checked, 7, 8 threes ain't but 21 points. That's only 30%.
How about you double team him though?
And they didn't have Garland.
How you double team him?
What do you mean how you double team him? You take the ball, you double team him.
Double team him is my question.
Why didn't they? Because Billy Donovan is a dump truck. we scored 4 points in overtime.
That was true.
And no timeouts called.
They were shook about a lot of things. I don't know why. No question.
Dude, come on. It's bad. It's bad when DeMar DeRozan know he shoot the ball all the time. Then all of a sudden overtime comes. It's like, hey, somebody said something when overtime came, and then he passes the ball off. Oh, I'm like, wait a minute.
No question.
These cats is cold.
So in other words, he hit him with the Kobe against the Phoenix Suns behind the back pass.
Back passes.
He hit him with one of those behind the back passes. Here you go, Kwame. You go ahead and do it, man.
Somebody said he went 3 minutes without even touching the ball. Dude, not even taking a shot.
Hit him with one of those. You know what I mean?
Bad coaching, bro. All around, dude. All around. It all is with one person.
Yeah.
Fire
I mean, at some point, the coach got to be like, well, first of all, cut out the smoke before he gets fired up. You know what I mean? Like, if you've been hitting a few in a row, do something. Change it up defensively.
Let me just preference this right now. My coaching style. They going for 70. We fouling the mess out of that cat. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Like, hey, you get in there Don Chaney style. Your job.
Shout out to Don Chaney. Shout out
R.I.P. Don Chaney. R.I.P.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Like, with no foul, like, yeah, man, he's scoring. Somebody got to foul hard. That's all.
They fouled him. It was so bad. They fouled that man when he had 68.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yep. They fouled when he had 68.
Oh, man.
Like, who's running the team? Like, last thing I checked, you know what I mean? And I learned this in high school. If you ain't talking, you ain't playing defense.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line.
D. Can't be quiet on D.
Bottom line. That's basic defensive, you know what I mean, principles. And if you're not talking out there, ain't nobody playing no D.
And how many times we say that in our principles, C? We tell our players all the time.
All day.
All the time. We're gonna find out tomorrow. No question. They got a gunner over there. But yeah, no question. That was just, I just had to bring up that topic, because a lot of times people don't want to hear things, but it's all factual. The dude, they made him take a piss test. My man, he's been on a tear. You don't hear nothing about that. Talk about Luka. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about that, G Diddy. Got to talk about the Mavs. Sorry about that, G Diddy out there. If you listen, my man. Had to talk about your Mavericks, man. Your boy ain't dropped no piss test. None.
We don't know that. I mean, Mitchell just said he did. I mean, maybe Luka has, but ain't said nothing about it.
Like I said, Giannis been getting 55. You know what I mean? 50, I mean, gang of people been scoring. You know what I mean? Giannis is getting 50 with 20 rebounds and 10 assists. That's great.
I don't know. I mean, Donovan Mitchell didn't have to tell nobody that either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why not?
He could have just said, "Hey, thank you, referees." No. He should have just said thanks to the ref instead of saying he got a drug test.
Yeah, that many free throws though.
Okay, all right, I understand. I'll be a little bitter if somebody drops 71 on me. No question. No question. No,
I mean, how you gonna go from hey, somebody celebrating them to all of a sudden now you want to play the victim? Like how you? I mean,
who's doing that? Who's doing that?
Hooper is that? I gave out 71. Oh, they drug tested me.
Yeah,
man, that's what you do, bro. Beat it, man.
I can't even bask in my 71-point game within 24 hours.
They sprayed him with water. He got like 4 or 5 bottles of water poured on him. He basked in it. He bathed in it. You know what I mean? He got all little, people tweeting about it. You know what I mean? Spider. You know what I mean? We heard it all night. You know what I mean? Heard it the next day too. You know what I mean? I didn't even turn on ESPN because I didn't want to hear that.
I feel you on that. Whenever my team get obliterated, I don't turn on none of the pundits. I'm off of the shows. I'm off to the show.
And then all of a sudden he want to cry. Oh, I got drug tested. Man, get up out of here, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay, no doubt. I didn't mean to open up that wound, D. My bad.
Billy Donovan.
My bad on that, man.
My bad on that.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let's get into it since we on the NBA. Let's go ahead and because they came out with some of the some of the power ratings. We're gonna just go through some of the teams here, and you guys give us your opinion. How you feel right now? Boston Celtics got number 1, Brooklyn Nets right now number 2, Denver at 3. You guys can see the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Denver at 3. You got Memphis Grizzlies at 4, Milwaukee 5. My Cavs at 6. Philly at number 7. Then we have ladies and gentlemen. Then we got the Pelicans. Even though, like I was telling my man C, oh man, Zion is almost like AD. But we'll talk about that a little later. Oh, there we go. The Mavericks down here, non-Piston Doncic. We got them at number 9. And number 10, just to round out, we're going to just go top 10 at first, and then we'll go to the bottom half of the Okay, they didn't like that. All right, so we're going to go with the top 10. Anybody out of the top 10 that you guys are a little suspect on as far as the rankings? Any of those?
Are we critiquing the rankings as of today, or the rankings of where they gonna finish by the end of the season?
No, just today. Just doing that. Just what they got ranked out now.
I mean, realistically, to me, with the rankings that they got up here, you could say that they're all right. I mean, this is the official first week of the season. Christmas is the first day of the season. I mean, let's be clear. Everything before Christmas is just warm up.
Preseason, no question.
You know what I mean? It's preseason. Everybody get their legs together, and you really find out when Christmas hit and this next month who's gonna be what before All-Star break. So with that 10, okay. I mean, I don't have anything against it. I mean, I really, y'all hate to say this, but I really think the Clip Show is one big man away if they do that trade to be right there at the end of the season. I also like Denver with the additions of Caldwell Pope and half man, half season. Y'all talk about Michael Porter Jr., you know what I mean? And Murray.
Ain't nothing to talk about. You ain't did nothing.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying,
you talking about Denver right now, right?
Yeah. I always think that they got a shot coming to the end of the season. But right now, hey, man, I'm cool with that list. I mean, the other thing is I want to point out with the Nets, I saw today, the Nets are shooting 57% on mid-range shots. They said that's the highest ever in NBA history, the clip that they're shooting at. Yeah. They said, can they continue to shoot that? Who knows? But 57% from the mid-range, that's killer. That's killer. As a squad, well, that's why they right there right now.
You have two phenomenal players, man.
They're not missing
phenomenal
no
players out there.
That's a high clip, dude. 57? Yeah. That's a high clip. That's a high percentage shot. So if they keep doing that, they got action. And they're 8th in defense right now, which is like, hey, like I told y'all before, Steve, I don't know about defense. Nash had to go. And that's what that was about. You know what I mean? That's why no action. He had to go. There's no.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, with his experience compared to, I forgot my man's name. How I'm gonna forget my name? Jacques Vaughn. Night and day. Jacques been coaching for years, man.
No 6-foot lineup out there.
You know,
no 6-foot lineup anymore. No 6'2" and under lineup with KD playing center.
I mean, it's obvious coaching.
No more. You know what I mean? So that was it. I saw that I was like, man, that 6'2" and under lineup was not gonna work.
Obvious from the coaching. So, any comments, DP? My bad. Any comments about the top 10 so far?
The top 10 included. I mean, we know that that's a volatile list, right? It haven't made it past half the season. You know, Boston got the number 1 record in the league, so I can see why they first.
Yeah.
Denver,
it's trendy, no doubt.
Yeah, Denver. You know, what's they third?
Yeah, they're 24-13. They dropped though. They dropped. They were previously at number 2. They dropped.
Yeah, and then the only one I think is a little off. They got Memphis above the Bucks. The Bucks should be up there. Giannis hadn't played a lot of games. He's been Mr. Durable throughout the year. So I think that's a little suspect. And if yep, and he ain't. That's right. He ain't even been on the roster. He's been hurt. And with Memphis, it's like, hey man, if Ja goes, that whole team goes. They have nobody, to kind of fill that up. Philly, Man, you just don't know what
mess
you
it
go.
up.
This ain't even on Doc right now, man. You
I
know,
go
this
mess
ain't
it up, dude.
this ain't even on Doc. You know what I mean? Some of the games I watch, it's been hard to watch them. You know, games that they've been in, all of a sudden they just lose.
I don't understand how they don't understand. Go through Embiid. I don't get that.
But they do.
The thing
You know,
is,
he's getting 30. He is. I mean, that says a lot right there.
What I believe with them is part of the problem, like I stated before. Even though I'm a James Harden fan, when it gets to the fourth quarter on some of them games and some of those extra dribbles, when Embiid is ducking in, wanting the ball, or Maxey got it going, James be dribbling a lot, dude. You know
That's
what I mean?
my point.
So that's where I'll be like,
that's
dude,
one of my
move
points,
him
no
to
question.
the two. You know what I mean? And let Maxey play the point.
Well, look who woke up. Look who woke up.
Ain't this some shit?
Look who.
That's what they need to do.
Okay, smelling sauce. All right. We've been trying to tell this man for the past 2 years that man hard
and Harden don't need to play the one.
No.
He needs to play the two with him.
Yeah. Two or even the three, maybe.
You know, he needs to play the two with him. Even though he's getting those numbers, it's the extra dribbles where the duck in and all that stuff don't work with the big man. You can't take the extra dribbles when the big duck.
No.
Yeah. He gets frustrated.
It's the whole purpose.
30, but like I said, it's just the fourth quarter. They got fourth quarter lapses. Doc Rivers. You know what I mean? That's what they, that's Doc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you said, man, the NBA and its inability to allow defense to be played. There's power rankings, you know what I mean? They don't really hold no power. I mean, I like Boston because they can lock down when they need to. Everybody, you know what I mean, is capable, especially when they got Robert Smith, you know what I mean, in the game. They play at a whole nother level.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Can he get on the court? You know?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with him. But like I said, everybody else down below 10, man.
Yeah. We got Sacramento coming in at 11, Miami Heat 12, Pacers 13.
Miami sucks. Yeah.
We got the 14, the Golden State.
Consistent. Yeah.
Phoenix 15, Portland 16. We got C-Nice's Knicks at 17.
Why you gotta say it like that?
That's high.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Just
y'all don't want to talk about Jay Bresson just holding it down. The piece.
Just
not the answer, but the piece.
Just letting you know where your Knicks are at. We got Utah 18, Atlanta number 19, Wizards at the 20th spot. So how you feel about that next 10 as far as 11 through 20th?
The Wizards is a bag of bricks. They gonna fall out. You know what I mean? So don't even worry about them. You know what I mean? They got them dudes is a bag of bricks. You know what I mean? So don't worry about them at all.
That last 10 is like a bunch of bones in the bag that a shaman would throw down on the ground and try to see the future.
But hey, see what's going on. Your Knicks was ranked previously at number 12 and they fell to 17. They fell 5 spots.
You know why?
Go ahead.
Because that man refused to play the bench, dude. He run people into the ground. That's the cats be tired. Look at their minutes. I'll be like, dude, can one of them cats in the bench get in? I mean, like, he just ride with the guys he like, dude. That's what happens. We could be good for a week, then the next week, them cats tired. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what it is. You know what I mean? We don't play defense anymore either, which is the craziest thing. But, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's the reality.
No doubt. Let's finish it off. So we got the Lakers at the 21st spot. We got Minnesota Timberwolves, Toronto Raptors, Dave's Bulls are at number 24. They didn't fall too much, just one. We got OKC at 25th spot. Orlando Magic, San Antonio Spurs, Houston Rockets, followed by Charlotte Hornets and the Detroit Pistons.
Detroit better than Charlotte.
They're going for the number one. They're going for the number one.
Way better than Charlotte.
Remember, old boy is out. Cade Cunningham is out, so.
Detroit is better than Charlotte.
And Bagley's out too.
Even without Gabe Cunningham.
Yeah,
Marvin
Bagley's out too.
He's always out. You know what I mean? Another half man, half a season.
Yeah. It's
he got freak accidents happen to him too. He's like, but his right hand hurts. He's left-handed. He used to be able to play. You know what I mean? Like
any of those teams that you seen that you saw featured on that list as like a huge disappointment.
She'll put the list back up real quick.
Oh, okay. Let me bring it back up.
On the bottom tier,
or just 10? In general, some teams. My first thing is definitely
the Lakers.
I would say
the Lakers is a disappointment. That's a disappointment. There's no way in hell.
Why?
Cause your man from Chi-Town.
Who?
He can't wait.
Come on, man.
He can't
I've been
wait.
telling y'all about that.
Talk
guy.
about
No,
AD.
now hold on. He said the Lakers, not a player. He's talking about the team. The team, not a player.
That's right. That's right. The team.
Okay, you want me to give you the whole rundown on the team?
The team. He said, why is it a disappointment? The team isn't better.
It's a disappointment because management is throwing away LeBron's 20-something seasons, averaging 50% field goal shooting, 30 points a game. And you feel the team. You feel the team. Hold on. You feel the team that got a bunch of no-name cats with them. That's why that's a disappointment.
Throwing it away. No name. Russell Westbrook. No name.
That's some Hall of Famers on there.
MVP. He's previous MVP. You talked about previous All-Stars. So now we're going to say previous MVP.
Given out in sports history. Compared to any MVP in any sports, Gibson's the second one. But
on his accolades, like you said with All-Stars, he's going to say MVP.
Worst MVP ever in sports history.
Damn. I'm surprised you didn't throw Steve Nash up in there. How you just talking about him so bad?
No. Worst MVP sports history. Team finished 6th.
Okay, we're going off topic though, but why the Lakers is so why you think it's disappointing is because the team is throwing away LeBron's 50% field goal percentage.
Once again, you got a bag of bricks that can't play Mr. Glass. You know what I mean? So you can't depend on a guy that's never there. And the way they have their team set up, they have no other big man on the roster if he goes down. The construction of that team is terrible. The construction of the team is terrible. It's terrible.
But the team has the king, the soon-to-be leading scorer, you know what I mean, of the entire league. So is it about field goal percentage or is it about knowing how to win a game? You know what I mean? You still have to win. And if they're losing so bad, that 50% field goal percentage is a lot of garbage time then. Because there's no competitive play in between that 48 minutes that they playing.
Why DeRozan and Levine don't shoot 50%?
Oh, damn.
What?
He straight
they
went
more competitive games, right?
Damn. Ouch.
Dang, I didn't think we were comparing players. I thought we were only talking about the Lakers and LeBron. You know what I mean? That seems like a deflection. See, nice. You know what I mean? Can we stay on topic, brother? We talking about LeBron, the King Goat James.
You asked me why is it disappointment? I said because of the construction of the team. That's why, you know what I mean? The construction of that team is terrible.
No question.
But so then if it was terrible, then there shouldn't be any disappointment. They are exactly where they should be. Because the team has been poorly constructed. That means there's no expectation at all. Not exactly. And they're right where they ought to be at.
Because the guy that they paid a whole lot of money to, he's never available. He's the only post player on the team. He's never available.
Okay,
never.
Well, okay. With that being said, even when he was available, the first 20 games before he actually got out injured, they still were losing.
And then what happened when he started balling?
When AD started balling? When LeBron was out and they won some games when LeBron was out?
The
So yeah,
of the team is terrible. That's what I'm telling you. The construction of that team is terrible.
You know what? It's going to be interesting because I think also this is a time where the organizations haven't made all these trade requests to parlay LeBron. I think in these cases, I think not only LeBron, AD, and Westbrook, they should take a pay cut to get some players in, I think.
There's no question Westbrook got to take a pay cut.
LeBron too.
And
LeBron too.
They are under contract. They are not concerned.
Westbrook is not under contract come the end of this season.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of this season,
trade them at the deadline. Get 2 people.
They all get pay cuts, right? You know what I mean? Because they're at that particular age where they ain't gonna get that kind of money no more. But at the same time, you know what I mean? For the Lakers, let's talk about the organization. Let's talk. Since C Nice like to compare, you know what I mean? I'm gonna throw a comparison at you. The Knicks don't never win because guess what? They are the draw in New York City as far as a show. And they're gonna make money even in a losing year.
We always make money, player. That's what we do.
Well, guess what?
All right. We got all types of bombs dropping in this conversation.
So will the Lakers. They're at the point where they can lose and still make more money than winning.
The difference is we don't have an all-time player on our team.
Oh,
so you don't
is
waste.
That right?
You don't waste.
Is that right?
You don't waste an all-time player's time and be losing. We ain't had an all-time player since Pat Ewing. Okay, so we could be the show on Broadway. You know what I mean? It don't matter. We're gonna make that money. But when you get an all-time player, hey, bro.
I'm glad you said that because Patrick Ewing carried his team to the playoffs, even with a bunch of no-name cats on the squad.
Oh, let me rephrase that. That's a good point. Okay. You carried a guy that was bagging groceries.
That's right. Okay. Ain't that something? I'm glad you made that point. So that 50% field goal stuff you talk about with LBJ and that team poorly constructed, your all-time great and everything. That says a lot. Glad you said that, C. Nice. Great point.
We had an all-time great coach with him.
Glad you mentioned that. Yeah. I'm glad you said that.
They just got the player. That's it. They ain't got nothing else.
That was the smartest thing I'd heard all year. See, Nice. Glad you brought that up, brother. Man, all year. Smartest thing I heard.
Oh my goodness, bombs are being dropped over
I just wonder how
the King Goat. The King Goat over there in Lakerland.
I just said
the Goat King. However, which way you want to put it.
I said
can't will a team, you know what I mean, to a victory.
Hey, ask them about that. How about get some people over here that's gonna be available?
Who does Luka have? Does Luka have more talent than the Lakers?
Hey, yes, he do. He got some shooters. Lakers ain't got no shooters. Who's the shooter on the Lakers? Name 2.
I don't know Lakers.
Like exactly right.
Russell Westbrook.
I already know how I feel about that guy. Like,
oh man.
Like your boy would say, that was fool's gold on that one.
Yeah. My whole thing, my thing on the list, I don't know, man. I thought the Hawks were going to do a little better for some reason.
You want to know why?
I thought Atlanta was going to do something.
Why? How?
Because it's freaking Nate, dude. Nate always get into it with the players. He just too old. He always get into it. It's just proven at Portland. I forget the other place he went to. He always get into it with his star player. Recipe for disaster. He's too old school with the new school. I like Nate, but he just don't know how to keep it cool so that the star players don't get alienated. Nate out of there after this year. You heard it here first.
Oh, no question. There's too much rumbling going on.
He's gone. You know what I mean? Because there's rumblings that now the little fella want to leave.
I think the whole thing is, I think that Coach McMillan, man, is tired of Woodstock not going to the barber and getting all that flimsy hair he got left cut off. I think that's what it is. I think he's like, look, man, you know what I mean? This is a bad look. You out here looking like my man Woodstock running out here on the court. Somebody, I don't know who, I forgot. Female friend of mine made a comment about my man's hair. I said, ooh, you right though. It's like he's holding on. He's holding on.
Yeah, that fool, he got some straight pubic hairs up there.
It's, I don't know. I just thought him and Murray was going to be a good combination, man. I'm sure they put up good numbers, but I don't know. I just thought they was going to do a little better than what their record shows.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't see how, but they got with Murray being over there, they relied so heavily on a 32, 37-foot 3-point shot, way too much. And we saw this when C.J. McCollum and Dame Little was together. We like, man, you guys are shooting 32 feet and further back. It's like when you go up by 6, it's like they go back to 39 feet. You know what I mean, to pull something up. You know what I mean? And you're not gonna win no games that had no success like that.
Start the fast break.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's either a lob, or 37 feet. It's like, hey man, at some point, I mean, with Nate, I think a part of it is, with Murray coming over there, you probably got a little bit more ball movement to get some other people involved. But like with with Brooklyn and being able to shoot that mid range, it's either 3 feet or nothing with them. You know what I mean? 3 feet layup. There's nothing in between. They bring Adrian Griffin Jr. You know what I mean, off the bench.
Adrian Griffin Jr. Wow.
Yeah,
Griffin's over there. Damn.
Yeah, you know what
I mean, they got a couple pieces. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, they got my man, the center down there from Houston. Then they got he shoot. I don't know what's going on with him, man. He's shooting bad.
Oh, really? Oh,
power forward.
He's been out for like 10 games now.
And then the one power forward, he's not shooting too good. I forgot my man's name. He could jump out the gym.
John Collins.
Collins, yeah. Something's going on with him this year.
Collins and Trae Young really like they yin and yang. Sometimes they connect, and other times he don't really like how Trae be playing with the ball.
His name been on the trading block all year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So psychologically, some cats just don't know how to perform with all of that.
He don't get along with Trae Young. He say Trae be playing with the ball too much when he died a lot of times.
Yeah.
He said he don't really get the ball when he supposed to get it. So he may throw the lob sometimes to make it look good. He said, but a lot of times when he set the screen, he be open. He don't throw it.
So you saying Young is almost like another Harden out there then?
Yes, is what John Collins. They say John Collins be frustrated all the time with that cat. So that's why that trade has always been looming. They don't want to do it, but John Collins be like, that cat don't come up off the ball when he supposed to.
But I mean, that Agumake dude, you know what I mean, who's been kind of backing up John Collins over there. He's a hustle magnet type dude. He puts a lot of work in. You know what I mean, out there playing. You need to have that kind of worker. You know what I mean, when you got Trae Young out there. You know what I mean, I think he has a huge liability. With him on the defensive end. Mm-hmm. And his interior passing is not really there.
I haven't really checked that part out of his game. So
his interior pass is not there. And I think with Nate, he got a limited amount of resources to be successful. John Collins, he don't have no mid range and nothing. You know what I'm saying? Who else they got over there? Murray is the only mid range. Shooter that they got. Over there in the bench. They got they got Bogdanovich over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's over there. So, like you said, he's a three guy.
They got some weapons.
No, they got weapons,
man. But like I said, you just can't keep relying on that three ball.
No.
Well, that's what they're gonna do. Trae Young is a little dude, man. He ain't gonna be getting. He gonna get to the rack a little bit, but he gonna shoot a lot of threes.
And it'll be interesting to see how many free throw attempts that they get per game. Because I don't really see them getting fouled like that because ain't nobody really, going to the rack.
It's him doing the little Chris Paul stop in front of somebody, get to the line kind of stuff. That's how he usually get there. Or he run into somebody and throw it up. That's kind of how they really get the line. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, they still gonna be. I mean, to keep it 1,000. I mean, them in the playoffs, they still a tough out because that fool you can't foul him. He makes free throws, and Delonte over there with him too. He makes free throws. They guard as guard play. It's hard. It's gonna be a tough out for 4 games against them. You know what I mean?
No question.
They got a guy that can come off the bench that can get 30 in the Bogdanovich dude. So
I don't think he's starting.
I just don't know how long
it's out there. It's out there, man. It's gonna be interesting, man. Like you said, they're gonna be a tough out. And I hope.
I'm gonna tell you right now, and I hate to say this, going out of that list, I think, but Golden State's still gonna be a tough out too. Hard to beat them 4 times.
Yeah.
That would be the team that I would clearly say that. I'm surprised that their ranking is where it's at. And I can't even really seem to understand how they even got to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Klay Thompson been kind of in and out, dealing with his injuries and trying to recover and all.
He'll be back next year, I think, full swing. I think so.
Yeah, I know. That's another year, bro.
Well, I mean, well, those type of injuries, what he had, especially blowing out your knees, it takes about 2 years, 2-3 years.
No,
for you to
it's
get back.
knee and Achilles.
I don't like how he walked, man. It looked like he sloshed out there. How he be walking.
He always walked like that, though. Even
it's bad now.
It takes a little time. Especially for a receiver with those leg injuries.
Yeah, and then when you see a cat like Jordan Poole, come out and some days he give you 30, other days he give you 10, and
I'm just saying, shit changes when your teammate hits you like that. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? When your teammate folds you and then catches you, you ain't the same mentally. He's not the same. It's not the same.
I think,
no, for real.
I think,
hey, man, that's a big psychological adversity to get over.
He's gotten over that, man, because like I said, the other night before, Fool had like 30-something, right? You know what I mean? They'd end up losing to Utah, that little game buzzer or whatever, buzzer beater. You know what I'm saying? But that fool still go out and get his. But I just think, I'm going to quote Charles Barkley. He said, man, it's hard to play with cats when you just don't know what they're going to do every night.
Yeah.
And one of the things, with Golden State, I think it all boils down to, it ain't Klay Thompson, it's Draymond Green. They clearly seeing the liability that this fool have, on the court. Not only is he hurting them doing all that talking, he ain't doing nothing but gassing up the other team to wet them up because they still the current champions. So if I'm Steve Kerr, I'm telling Draymond to shut your mouth because we ain't got them kind of guns out there on the floor like that no more.
He's done that, and Draymond's challenging. Like you come over here and shut me the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, they will have another bad season, and they're gonna get a top draft pick. They'll get another top draft pick. You know what I'm saying? Because Draymond Green is running his mouth, and they ain't got enough hired guns out there, man, to compete.
At the end of the day, I hate to say this, but Curry being out helps them because Curry coming back is a weapon that most teams don't have. You know what I mean?
Most teams ain't nobody got.
He changes everything about their team based off of when he passed the ball and cut through. 3 people be looking at that cat when he cut through. You know what I mean? And they get them little backdoor plays just because that fool on the court. You know what I mean? Like Draymond get a little layup because Steph ran to the corner, and they're so cognizant of him being out there. So I think that time off that he's having to be fresh for the playoff run helps them. You know what I mean? I don't know where Klay gonna get his little minutes rest because he's gonna need it for the playoff run too. But that's probably where Jordan Poole come into play. I'm still not gonna count them out because I really believe with them to beat them 4 times is tough. You know what I mean?
If they continue their trends, you guys said it early on in the show that you are who you are. You know what I mean? And once you continue to start losing them games on the road at a high level and a high percentage the way they have been, and if they come in where they have to play that play-in game, and then, go up against, a top seed, in the West, potentially, they probably, beat themselves because, again, road games already got them mentally thinking that we've been losing this whole time. Yeah. So they got to go against themselves. Kind of like a New Year's resolution. It's like, what's the success rate in that?
But I agree with you. But I'm just gonna say this is the same kind of stuff that happened to them last year. Cats started losing, not the road games, but they started losing. Cats went down, then they came back healthy, and they started rolling, and they was able to find their way through. So all I'm saying, Steph being hurt is probably a good thing for them, saving his legs and stuff. Like, he's gonna be back at the meat of the season where he's gonna be at full strength. Everybody else supposed to be kind of tired. That's all. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? Like, he's
like that when that dog fight happens, and like you said, they behind the 8 ball and having to battle back. It's kind of like trying to win when you're down by 35. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to cut it to 8, 10, but just to try and get over that hump, man, you're gonna need like some extra fuel. You know what I mean? To be able to get over that. And that's just gonna be hard for them to do, man, if they continue losing. You know what I mean, on the road like that.
Like we see, like
disappointing, but that's one I wasn't expecting that one though.
No doubt. We're gonna switch it up.
I mean, if Steph was around the last 10 games, do they really lose all the games that they lost on the road?
But they was losing when they was there. He only been out 6 games.
Well, the only reason I say that is I'm just asking the question because they did a stat. The starters are plus 30 when they're playing, but the bench is minus 31 or 32. And they was like, that's the biggest swing in NBA history when the bench come in from the starters. I was like, dude, that's crazy. That's a total different thing.
It ain't crazy because when Draymond out there with the bench squad, they know they could just lay off Draymond. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? You can't go. You know what I mean?
But you can't do that with Steph and Clay out there because they got all that action, you know what I mean, going that they lose somebody when somebody cheat and they get wet up.
All the time.
I'm not too concerned with Gold State. They'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned because, like I said, that time off for Steph, I'm like, yeah, that helped him last year. It's going to help him for all the running around that he do.
No question. We're going to still keep it in sports. We're going to, go to the NFL. Obviously, we all know the tragic situation that happened with Damar Hamlin. Shout out to him and his family, getting better. That's a positive thing. But the main thing I wanted to get out of this was Skip Bayless.
Oh, I knew he was about to say that.
And Shay. Man, oh, man. Are they headed for the divorce? That's all I want to
know. Yes. Yes. As much as they're trying to clear it up and make it, must-see TV, after the tweet that Skip made, Shannon ain't show up the next day. You know what I mean? Like he said he had to take a day off. You know what I mean? From that, which understandable. But when he came back and tried to explain why he didn't come in, and he made a statement saying like, hey, man, I know that you had the tweet. He said we were going to talk about the tweet or whatever, but, I know that you took it down because the bosses wanted to take you down. Skip interrupted him, say, no, I didn't take it down. And you know what I mean? He said, hey, man, can I finish my opening monologue? He said, you always doing this. That was real. So that let me know they Club Shay, they supposedly say he got over 900,000 people on this little YouTube thing with that. It ain't gonna go too much longer. You know what I mean? Because they can't get points across. And that whole Hall of Fame thing about Baker Mayfield and all that stuff. It's just too much stuff going on. That was Skip. So
this was the final straw almost because there was a lot of build up beforehand.
Yeah.
I think they'll break up because of the pressure that always gets applied to Shannon to speak up against Skip. You know what I mean? Just imagine if you have to go into work and you already know people sitting there waiting and salivating to see what you gonna say to Skip. And that in itself, even if he feels, you know what I mean, like, hey, man, I may not want to address that, you know what I mean? he's going to get some backlash. So he's almost forced to do something, even if he may not feel like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What a way to go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know how that man feels on topics. You know what I mean? He may disagree, you know what I mean, with Skip, but is it disagreement enough to kind of go at it, be like, you know, it's just like going home when you know you did something, you know what I mean? Your girl like, man, ain't nobody trying to talk to you about this. You know what I mean? Yeah, I did it. You know what I'm saying? You know, type thing, right? So it's like, I think that might be one of the that's just my feeling on why I think he might quit. Just because of that extra added pressure to always have to feel like he's defending against Skip's opinions about certain things.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting because you know, if Shannon goes, you know what I mean, you know, subject to however he wants to, you know, move, live his life, whatever the case may be. If Shannon leaves the show, it's going to be interesting who he would get replaced by, you know, because I mean, we've seen he's working with Stephen A. Went to Shannon. Because then if another brother falls in that slot, it's like, that's a little pressure on him too, right?
Well, somebody's
going to be interesting.
Somebody have to be black though.
Somebody's going to take that slot in order to get their FaceTime.
And money.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's going to take that slot.
Of course.
The other tidbit I wanted to add on there why I think that Shannon ain't going to be there that long. He posted Sterling Sharp sent him a message on his Instagram, his brother.
Mm-hmm. We know Sterling.
And his brother was like, hey, man, grandma and mama would have loved how you wouldn't have basically tried to beat this fool up right now. And you kind of, you know, you've grown into the person that you are. And we all proud of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Sterling Sharp didn't say nothing. Yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, that fool ain't gonna be it. And that was after the kid getting hurt. You know what I mean? So for his brother Sterling Sharp to say something, we know how Shannon feels about his brother. I was like, yeah,
Sterling was a beast.
He's not gonna be there much longer. You know?
Yeah, like I said, good point. That's again the pressure of having to defend whenever this dude just being him, Mr. Soundbite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, he wants to be the clickbait of all clickbaiters out there, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's hard, man, to come to work. You know what I mean? Knowing that you have to be that Martin Luther King of media.
Yeah. You know, his voice supposed to speak for everybody. That's a whole lot of weight to carry on your shoulders. You know what I mean?
Who wants that, man? I just want to talk about regular stuff like everybody else.
Exactly.
So the whole thing is when the cat told him Baker Mayfield better, he like, hey, hold up.
No, he said Tom Brady.
He was like, dude, I'm in the Hall of Fame, bro. You know what I mean?
I said Tom Brady.
Like, what are you talking about, man? I mean, my credentials speak for themselves.
My credentials speak for themselves.
Speaks for themselves. You know, why are you coming at me? Why are you coming at me? You know
like,
what I'm saying?
They like the famous words of the Fab Five, Mr. Jalen Rose. You cannot argue with somebody that played JV as a junior.
Oh,
that's it. You know what I'm saying? Can't argue with nobody like that. You know what I mean?
So speaking of Jalen, where is Jalen and Jacoby at? Are they off the air?
Hey, you're right. I haven't seen it.
Man, I haven't seen the show. I haven't seen the show, but I saw something. He was in Ghana. He said for New Year's.
Who Jalen was?
Jalen was in Ghana. Dave Chappelle was in Ghana. Michael Blackson, you know, that's where you from. You know what I mean?
So what's up with Ghana, man? Why is this like being publicized? Everybody's showing that they going to Ghana. You know, why is this a place, a destination spot?
I'm not sure. I'll do some research on that.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Ain't that where Marcus Garvey lived after he then moved out? You know what I'm saying? After he fled the United States, you know, and some of the other defectors. You know what I mean? That left along with him.
I want to say.
Gotta get the chain.
I want to say the boys. I might went over there. I think the boys went over there. You know, when he was over there. And then people forget. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know. It's kind of strange, but was it Liberia or Libya? Liberia. Yeah, Liberia. You know that people forget that was for us. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was for us. They was like, hey, you guys want to come up out of the United States? Hey, we're going to go over here and colonize an African country. We're going to take it over like we normally do. But, hey, you guys can go there. So, you know, Liberia, no question. That's for us, really. You know, you would think that more of us would go over there to Liberia specifically because that was set up as a black destination. You know, we're not going to go into the Civil War because, you know, obviously the brothers and sisters that came over from the United States, they start ruling like the colonizers, and the natives was like, oh, hell no. So there's been a lot of, you know, inner turmoil conflict with that. They've had several civil wars as a result of that. Hey, people out there back me up if I'm wrong. It's all good, but the information, you know, saying that I've seen, I said say witness, but information that I've, you know, read upon, that was the situation. But yeah, I don't know about Ghana. You know, it is the Black Star, no question. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, all you know, so when the celebs go over there, man, it just vexes me. Like, you know what I mean? And then once one go, you get another one to go, and then another one to go.
It ain't all that bad, man. Going back to the motherland, man. It ain't all that bad.
I'm not saying that it is.
Okay,
I'm just saying the people that go over there, the representation of them going vexes me.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean? That's
just
all.
Because, or
no, because I mean, when you talk about, you know, the celeb side of things, now it's really more of a trendy thing. Oh, he did it, so let me do it. You know, and then once they start doing it, then you start getting regular Joes that be trying to go do something. You know what I mean? So, is it an invite that they going over there for? You know what I mean? Are the people inviting them to kind of cause, you know, this mad influx of, you know, tourism? You know what I mean? Because we know how much tourism, you know what I mean, can bring a country, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I want to say, if I ain't mistaken, it might have been Ghana. I know some African countries are doing it where they're telling, hey, anybody black, you can get a passport over here. We welcome all black from the diaspora. You can get a passport over here, no issues.
So you can get dual citizenship?
Yeah, they're like, long as you black African diaspora, you can come over here and get a passport. If I ain't mistaken, yeah. If I ain't mistaken, man. So, like I said, I don't know. But, you know, obviously, like you said on the cosplay, you know, hey, you know how it is. We going to do that. Hey, brother, sister said it's cool over here. Let's find out what's happening. All that Louis Vuitton bag, we can go on about products and everything else. All that, you got the new Jordans? I want to get the new Jordans too. You know, you got that new Benz? I'm going to get that new Benz too. Got that new Harley? I'm going to get that new Harley too. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, it'd be interesting. I'm going to look that up, D. We'll see what's happening because that, you know, you hear some things here and there. But, you know, I'm going to check out my In Class with Dr. Carr. You know what I'm saying? I know Dr. Carr got something to say about that. For all y'all out there, you know what I'm saying, we're going to give a plug right now for all you guys are especially interested in the African sport or whatnot. Probably messed that up. But you know what I'm saying. Definitely go to the narrative. Go to narrative.com. It's not the narrative. I got to correct that. But also, when you go to narrative, please sign up for Nubia. They got a lot of things going on there. I mean, you're getting like classes, a lot of learning tools that you are not getting while we were in school and getting the education over here. So please sign up the narrative going to Nubia. No question. Well, without this, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? We got to give some credit. I did have a couple bottles, you guys, but I gave them to the New Year's Eve party. But with that in mind, you know what I'm saying? We always going to show love to Blackstone Vodka. Yes. Get your premium vodka. Go to blackstormvodka.com. Go check your local listings and see where they are selling Blackstone Vodka. Yes, blackstormvodka.com. Go ahead, get it. 6-time distilled. Smooth tasting, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? My sister owns it. So shout out to Miss Keisha out there. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the sponsorship. But go to Blackstone Vodka. Yes, I did have a couple bottles. You know why? I went to the liquor store, and I was thinking about you brothers of mine, but I had a couple parties to go to, so I was going to advertise, you know, or present the bottle of Blackstone Vodka. But the only thing is, there's only 2 bottles left, so I bought up the last 2 bottles. But if there was a couple more left, I was going to get it for you guys, man. For real.
I know what you mean, Bob. You know what I mean? I won lottery too, man, the night, man. I was about to give both of y'all $2 million, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and spend it, you know what I mean? That way I got to pay my taxes on it. So I was like, I was going to give y'all that, but I changed my mind, you know what I mean? Kind of cute. Hey, man,
Where is the love? Where?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
This guy said he won a lottery and then felt some type of way.
I was gonna give you $2 million. You know what I'm saying?
Felt some type of way.
December 31st came. I was like, man, let me go ahead.
We could have took this podcast to a whole nother level.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't drink vodka, but I could have got somebody drunk.
Yeah. There's other ways to participate, not actually drinking. It's okay. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. So hey, shout out to, my homegirl Keisha. You know what I'm saying? She's doing the thing. Definitely check out Blackstone Vodka. Definitely check out Blackstone Vodka at your local liquor stores. Yes, check it out. Just Google it. She'll show the sites as far as where you can purchase it at. But definitely. Well, there's one thing, DP put up here. Let me make sure I bring it up here. Let me make sure I got it because there's an interesting, I don't even say a trend, but it's crazy. As far as the what I mean, how are you going to praise that? You know what I mean? Well, before I even get into it, let's go ahead and bring you up with, So this edition of Knock It Off, I don't know what's going on. There's a latest TikTok trend where they're going around telling people who had died. We have seen the results with Michael B. Jordan, Andy Cohen. They're saying, hey, did you find out such dead, and trying to get reactions off people and then wait till how their emotional actions come up and then try to say, oh, just kidding. Like, how is that good? How is that constructive? How is that any positivity going on? Lying about somebody or a star, whatever the case may be, has died, and all of a sudden, oh, I'm just kidding. What is that about?
Some little kid made that up. Has to be. Who does that? Has to be some little kid made that up. That you don't play with people dying. You know what I mean? Like that's not even cool
at all.
Weren't we taught as kids you're not supposed to wish someone to death? You know what I mean? Wasn't that one of the big black fables, you know what I mean? That's like, don't be wishing no death on nobody, type of thing. And yet they do it just so they can actually get somebody's, reaction to, someone's death, not even knowing if that person has a relationship, with that person. You're talking causing bodily and mental trauma, that could happen with something like that. You know what I mean? Talk about practical joke gone wrong. Yeah. But like you said, this TikTokers and TikTok and talking ticks has got these fools ticking for real. The TikTok is giving everybody the ticks. Everybody gonna have Tourette's around here, you know what I'm saying? Messing around with all of these. Hey, do this and copy me on TikTok.
Yeah. Amazing, man. That's not cool at all. I mean, there's some things that you don't play with or joke with.
Nah,
you definitely don't joke or play with death at all.
Man, but that ain't the only one, man. They got the one where they hold people, up and they push on their chest till they pass out on two.
And then what's so crazy is, I'm sure you heard about it. It's like the TikTok, I want to say, in China, completely different. Nothing but educational.
You wonder why?
Well, they know why. I mean, look at the
potential harm. China doesn't allow it.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But then come over here, whatever other countries, hey, anything goes.
Free willy-nilly. And they can't even see the videos over there. And yet that little piece of software has a little disclaimer in there too to track all your other apps that you use on your phone.
Yeah.
The government, like, man, don't be putting this on any of our standard issue telephones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They do that junk for a reason, man. That junk there, man. And I know I told my daughter about it. She's like, I don't do nothing. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna find nothing. You know what I mean? So I do this, I do that. You know what I mean? But you don't care, nobody know what kind of bank account you got. You know what I mean? Who this, who that? Is it that serious? You know what I mean? That you gotta give up everything. You might as well just, you know what I mean, just post your bills and stick them out in front of your door.
Yeah, man. You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention to things out here. You know, it's just not no happy-go-lucky. You know, life is serious. You know what I mean? Gotta take some things.
A lot of people don't think it is, man.
Yeah, man.
Everything is just, hey, man, it's all good.
Yeah, I know what's going on because
gotta stay up with the trends.
And I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of shit going on pretty soon. A lot of changes, some things, man. It's just like, man, we just gotta be prepared and stay ready. You know what I'm saying? Got to be prepared, stay ready. So, yeah, I don't understand that. You know, that's one segment. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what? When Dave brought that to our attention, I was like, yeah, man, we got to discuss that because I'm sitting here like, yo, what is that about? But anyhow, you know what? Switch it up a little bit. You know, we're going to speed things up so we can get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Today is what, Thursday? Today is Thursday, right? Okay.
Thursday.
Man, my day's just going by. But you know what? You know, since we going in the new year and we are in California, no question, you know, a lot of times if we don't pay attention to some things, you know, everybody got to understand every year, ladies and gentlemen, states have new laws that pass at the drop of the new year. So with that in mind, that matter in the new. I seen the cowmatters.org, so I said, with that matter, in any case, there's some new laws that's going on in California, since that's where we are at, in 2023. So I just had to bring up some of these and try to get, you know, our panel's discussion on this. But a lot of things, like one thing that comes to mind here. I mean, I kind of knew but didn't know it. So basically, there's going to be a gender law that's passing on prices of some products. For instance, I didn't know that men's shampoos and some other offers as far as on hygienic products cost less than women. So the whole thing is they're ending, quote unquote, the pink tax law. Supposedly, this is another step in causing gender equity. So how do you feel about on some of that as far as some of these female products, even though they make less money than men, are going to be at the same price as some of these male products coming out here? Anything you guys got on as far as this gender biased pricing laws that's about that has gone into effect?
Dude, here's my thing. So they're going to go and worry about my shampoo being less than their shampoo. But you turn it around, my sneakers cost more than theirs. It's like, dude, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, it is certain things, you know what I mean? Cost certain things. Their clothes cost way less than ours. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, like, what the hell? That's kind of crazy.
Well, I think it's some BS for one to hear about this, because we all know they got all kinds of different ingredients in their shampoo that we got in our shampoo. We just got palm olive, and they just put shampoo on it. You know what I'm saying? They got, you know what I mean, salmon skin. You know what I'm saying? All other kind of things in there to make their junk all silky smooth for those who got silky smooth, and the ones who want nappy, they got the stuff for the nappy. You know what I mean? But regardless of
time out. Wait a minute. Hold up. What's the nappy? What's the nappy? What's the nappy?
They got, you know what I mean, some kind of juice in there to make you keep it nappy. You know what I mean? It's called Tangle. They got Tangle Free and they got Tangle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm just.
I just had to clarify that. I don't know where you was jumping into that mix.
My question is, does that stuff really work?
Probably not. And that's why they cost more. Reason why I can
determine that.
They got more ingredients than we got.
You talk about diversity equity classes going on here. Whoa. All right, let's go on to the next one here. Whoa.
I don't approve of that one, Bob.
All right.
Veto that one. Take that one off.
All right. So, how do you guys feel about here? This is gonna be. I know Dave got a comment on this question. So, as far as job pay, all right. So basically, there's a new law. It's gonna bring more transparency to the California workplaces by requiring companies with at least 15 employees to put salary ranges into their postings. So basically, with this, you hear some opposition as far as, the publication might be, as far as the data, might be broken down position, gender, race, so on and so on. So how do you feel as far as these companies, 15 employees or more, being transparent as far as the job pay?
I don't have a problem with that one. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when they actually post a job posting out in the public, they put the pay on there. You know what I mean? For those companies that don't put the pay on there, you know what I mean? They're hiding it because other people may make, a substantial amount less than they do. But I think everybody should have transparency in pay, because that should be the motivating factor for people to actually want to make more money.
No question.
It shouldn't necessarily be about, job duties and, all that. It should, sometimes you need other motivators. So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. They don't mind putting athletes' money out there. No question. Go ahead, C. What's your comment on that?
I think it's a good thing. I mean, just like GP says, man, most jobs, they usually put the pay out there, you know what I mean? But there is some jobs that they don't want to put the pay out there because they're trying to be sneaky behind closed doors.
There you go. You're right about that.
Kind of, you know what I mean, should kill this if I'm reading that right, you know what I mean? It should kill all that, you know what I mean? But I think it's a good thing.
No question. Shout out to calmatters.org. They do give some vital information. I definitely check their site, check it out. Definitely, they bring up for bills, all type of legislation activities. So check it out. Definitely got to do our research. So moving on here to some new laws here. So what they're talking about, gun control here. So to counter what some of the Southern strategists, the GOP stoppers, the stoppables, I like to call them, obviously the gun laws, we're seeing they're being so open in these southern states. So our governor passed legislation that allows private citizens to collect $10,000 or more by suing those who make or sell illegal, quote unquote, ghost guns or assault style weapons. So how you feel about this? Because obviously, there's going to be some rebuttal on this, and also, who knows? U.S. Supreme Court might come into play. California Supreme Court comes into play. But however, the law has been passed and signed. So how do you feel about citizens turning on those who make or sell illegal ghost guns or assault-style weaponry?
That's going to be a tricky subject, because getting to know a little bit about, guns and ammunition this last year or two, there's a lot of people that make ghost guns. There's a lot of people that, you know what I mean? That's what a lot of dudes do. Not sure how they really gonna track these people down. You know what I mean? Because it's not like somebody say, "Hey man, I got this ghost gun at the house." You know what I mean? So that's gonna be interesting. I don't know how they could do it, but you're asking people to tell on people if they told you that they got a ghost gun.
Hey man, $10,000 on the line.
There's a lot out there, but who's telling? You know what I mean? Like, Yeah, that's yeah.
NRA, shame on you. Shame on you, Mr. NRA. This all comes down to not being able to live an American dream with free enterprise. Number one. So it's okay to go out and make a t-shirt without any regulations, because last I checked these gun laws, they seem to think guns is not the ones that kill. So regardless of which, you know what I mean, if a person goes out, they have the ability to make a gun, which people have been doing for hundreds of years, rifle makers, you know what I'm saying? But now with these 3D printing and the technology getting up to the point where being able to, you know what I mean, make, weapons, is taken out from the money and the mouths of the NRA. So they funded this whole bill, and shame on Mr. Newsom and the NRA for bringing this into the public as if it's our duty to police ourselves. You know what I mean? Shame, shame.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. No question. So moving right along here, let's see here. Where is the one I want to get to is finally, which I understand how it was on here anyway. It's not on here. But in any case, there was one, a new California law. Hey, no more jaywalking.
Yeah.
No more jaywalking tickets.
Best bill that's a good one.
You know?
That's a good one.
But we got to be careful, black folks, because we might get ran over for free now.
Well, let me give you the reason why that's a good one. This is coming from a man that was born in New York City. All right. Nobody used the sidewalk.
The man who's scared to cross the street in the middle of the street.
The reason that you don't use the crosswalk is because cats don't be stopping. You know what I mean? In New York City, dude. So you cross when you feel you ready, anytime. So that is a great deal, because I always felt like you're defenseless going through the crosswalk if somebody run the light. But if I see you drive past me and I decide to go across the street after you drove by, I'm safer. Now, if I get hit after going by a car, that's on me because I'm not paying attention. But I always felt it was always safer to go at your own convenience. So that's a good bill to me. You know what I mean? That's really a good bill. You're safer at your own. You safer because you know when you want to go.
Interesting take.
You know when you want to go. I done seen a gang of kids use the crosswalk get hit. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling you, a gang of kids. So that's why I was like, hey, go where you think you should go. Don't wait on the crosswalk.
I have a couple of different reasons why I think it's a good thing.
Uh-oh. Talk to us.
One being, I'm going to go back, you know what I mean? I had a brother, you know what I mean? R.I.P., Mr. Harold Perkins. I was about 7, 8 years old, and the man was walking across in the crosswalk, and he took too long to cross the street, so my brother ran him over.
Oh,
take it too long. One of my first traumas, you know what I mean, that I experienced that year. Wow. And we was in the 80-some Oldsmobile 98.
Oh, so
nothing but steel.
He ain't make it. That's all metal. That's all metal.
In honor of my late brother, you know what I mean, cats that walk in the crosswalk is like they walking through Central Park. They take forever to cross the street. And they will look at you as if I'm going to take my time. They have got to be the worst street crossers in the world. The people use crosswalk. I never use crosswalk. I'm a jaywalker. You know what I'm saying? I'm a jaywalker. You know what I mean? I was raised to stand in the middle of the street with the one line, let the other car go past, and then not go. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I cross the street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I have no problems with it. But I think at one point it is an aggressive approach that police take with cats that jaywalk. knowing you a couple feet away from the store, you just want to cross the street. You don't want to go all the way down to the corner to make it to your destination because you had to park across the street, you know what I mean, from the store you need to go to. And we all know ain't nobody ever got no crosswalk ticket, jaywalking ticket. You know what I mean? I've jaywalked, cat like, hey, stop jaywalking. They look at you. I ain't never got no jaywalking ticket before.
There's some cats that used to pull up at the little high school giving out tickets to cats. You know?
I have never, ever received a jaywalking ticket.
I know my neighbor received one about a month ago. He was fired up.
He should be.
About a month ago.
How much is a jaywalking ticket?
Oh, man, I don't even know. I want to say it's between like $35 and $50.
The rules changed. That cop's an asshole.
He just
See what I'm saying?
He was fired. He was fired up.
But it's because cats just they have no other way to I guess you say using their authority. And if someone is doing something, man, they just want to, like you said, flex their muscle.
Yeah.
But jaywalking should never have been a way for a city to make money. And I also heard too, not only in LA County, not like all of California, they're going to do away with stopping cars if they don't have their current tags on the car. In LA County, they're not going to be pulling people over, for DMV infractions.
Wow.
That's safer for them. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Got a point. Got a point.
So you know, and I know when you ain't got the little infractions on there, that means you ready like, hey,
got to go.
Well, you over like, hey, bro.
Hey, you try to get in front of that next car, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're trying to dip.
You got somebody
not today.
that's right behind you.
There's a reason why my shit ain't paid up to
exactly. So
there's a reason.
That's safer for the police. That's smart thinking.
Yeah. And can we get away with the no knock warrants? That's safe for police too. Come on.
No, because we know a lot of it was really biased about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, man, people of color was getting pulled over 6 to 10 times more, you know what I mean, than other people. So it came out to be about that. You know what I mean?
Man, so safer.
But is that only LA County?
It's only LA County.
Only LA.
Yeah.
California.
Don't see how that spread. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support, there we go. Where my music at? If you want to support the B-Side Podcast, check us out. Go to Cash App, $ Robert Sellers. You can go to Venmo, Rob-Sellers-4, PayPal. It's under BB Sales. Always taking donations, whatever the case may be. So, hey, we want to get to the point where, hey, we get enough support in, we can dish off some money to our people on the panel. Who won a couple extra dollars for some things? But in any case, please support us. Like I said, go through. We're going to put it back up there one more again. Go to Cash App, $ Robert Sellers, Venmo, Rob-Sellers4, and PayPal, BB Sales. No question. So always support. We're trying to show you some love, show some love back. Why not? Hey, how about the B-Side Podcast? Well, in any case, man, before we get up out of here, we like to give our guests on the panel something insightful of what they're looking for in the near future or by the next episode. Because I won't wait on C. C always got something at the end. But DP, tell us,
I got that.
What you expect, whatever the case may be. Hey, any predictions, anything you got your mind on, and at the end of that, go ahead and give us your handle.
One thing I got my mind on is the Department of Education.
Okay.
If y'all dummies, don't forgive these loans, y'all gonna be in a world of hurt. Because you put it out there.
Yeah.
You said you was gonna forgive.
Yeah.
And now you got the courts for each particular state, denying it.
That's them Republicans. That's those stoppables.
Man,
stoppables.
Ain't nobody paying that. You said you was gonna do something, you pull a bob. I was gonna give you a bottle, you know what I'm saying? But it did something else to it. You know what I'm saying? Department of Education, you know what I mean? Was gonna forget loans, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now you said he can't do it, you know what I mean? But guess what? Ain't nobody paying.
Yeah.
Get it right, Department of Education.
No doubt. What's your handle where people can check you out at, Dave?
Hit me up on Elon Musk application, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, one more thing. I don't mean to cut you off like that. One more thing, you guys. Yo, if you guys, well, we need to do it anyway. There is another app out there where if you're fed up with Twitter, go to Fanbase. Fanbase. Go to your local app store. Fanbase. Download the app. Fanbase. Go ahead.
Fanbase.
Fanbase.
Check it out. But like I said, hit me up on Elon Musk's app. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the blue bird at Dave Perk the King.
Are you paying for your blue bird?
Nah, man, I need me some more followers, y'all. You know what I mean? Hit your boy up, man. Give me at 5,000.
There it is. See, nice. What you got going on the outro?
On the outro, man, I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody that's here. You know what I mean? 2020 for me was a tough year. You know, family members, cancer sucks, just so, you know, everybody knows.
Pops, get strong. It's all good. Yeah. Pops, we out here, man.
Yeah.
Get healthy,
we
Pops.
root for you.
Yes, sir.
And you know, one of the things I, you know, wanted to talk about for, you know, the outro, dude, is these cats doing all this voting for the same cat losing. What the hell is that?
The House Speaker.
How many times he got to lose?
Like, is this 11 to 12 voting?
It's
11 to 12?
Yeah,
there's got to be something that has to be done. It's like, ain't nobody changing nothing. There's got to be some limitation to this, dude. This is becoming a farce, dude. You know what I mean? Like, the things that these cats keep doing.
The stoppables.
It's like, man, come on, people. Like, these are the people that we have supposed to be the leaders of the country.
Next 2 years, we're going to be dealing with this type shit. At least the next 2 years.
This is, like, I don't think people really understand. That's like saying, hey, let's use the example of, hey, I want to be class president. Okay, let's take a vote in your class. You lose, like, you know what, let's take a vote again. You lose, you know what, let's take another vote.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, how many times?
Definition of insanity.
Do we got to do this? You know what I mean? So that right there, that's got to stop, man. Like, this is laughable at this time. It's like, come on, man, this can't be our leaders. It can't be.
It is. It's the stoppables. This is what we're going to put up for the next 2 years. And once again, this is what happens when you don't show up for voting. That's all I'm going to say. This is what happens when you don't vote.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's what happens.
It's terrible. That's all I can say. But 2020,
11 times. They said that this had to happen since 1890.
And then in 1890, ladies and gentlemen, we was nowhere to be found.
And I bet it wasn't 11 times.
I don't know, but like Dave said, it's happened before. We weren't in there. However, it's happened before. Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it?
And they clearly said, you know, I ain't voting for him.
Yeah, they don't trust him. Like, we don't trust you.
They clearly said it. The only way they gets fixed, they say somebody else has to put their name up. You know what I mean? In order to, right now, he's the only name in there, and that's why it's gone so long.
I mean, they're not going to do it, you know, because it's the stoppables. Hey, you guys can come over to the Democratic side, put him in there for Hakeem, for Jeffries, and he'll be the House leading speaker. Right now he's minority. The Democrats gave him all his votes, so it's there.
At you know, when you really go back at it, when has anybody ever voted for anything, lost, went back and voted, and won? Name me one time that's ever happened. So we at 11 now. It's like, bro, you're not gonna win.
Bakersfield, yeah. Just like Roland Martin says, hey, you know, they're just not into you guys. It's just not into you.
If they're not gonna change their mind, what makes you think they're gonna change their mind from yesterday to today? They not.
11 times, yo.
So he think he about to pay that many people
11 times. They got to go through all those potential members of Congress. All those members again.
You think he gonna pay that many people off? That's what he really think. Oh, I got another day. I can pay somebody, because nobody's gonna change their. It's never happened. Give me an instance where somebody's lost a vote and then it changed the next day or whatever down the line. It's never happened.
Hey, but also we got to be aware too, people, ladies and gentlemen. A House Speaker can be Pretty much anybody. You don't necessarily have to be a member of Congress. It could be anybody.
Like I said, they said somebody else need to throw their name up.
Anybody.
Ain't nobody throwing their name up.
You know, and it's crazy. Once again, I forgot the guy's name, but GOP, they announced some black conservative Republican. Like, hey, we're fighting racism. Get out of here. Anyway, give us your handle, C.
Hey, C Nice on Instagram, C Nice on Twitter. Like I said, 2023, peace and love for everybody.
No question. No question. Hey, you can always catch us at the B-Side Podcast Q on Instagram. The B-Side Podcast Q. Also, you can also check us out at where we at there. We can also go to the bsidepodcast.com. Go to the website, the bsidepodcast.com. Hey, if you want to check me out individually, I am on IG at where are we at? Where are you at? AR Sales 2. Where am I at? I don't even know how my listings are, but we're going to find it. It's on here. Anyway, you can always find me at AR Sales 2. There we go. You can always check out, get some gear, whatever the case may be. Go to Alec Roberts on IG. Definitely Alec Roberts on IG. You can also go to the website at alecroberts.com. You can always go to the website again. I thought I had it listed. Once again, I got to get familiar with my shit again. You can always go to alecroberts.com. No question. Hey, we got some things coming up. Always check us out. We got a good thing coming up. We got scholarship giveaways. Just organized the Sellers Foundation. Go to sellersfoundation.com. Pretty soon the website going to be up. Anyhow, we're going to have all that information that you need because we're going to give out a couple scholarships to potential candidates at Wilberforce University under the Dr. Lee Sellers Scholarship.
And some free shoes on the next podcast. You know what I mean? Y'all need to come out. You know what I mean? Come watch the show. We're gonna give out a free pair of sneaks.
That's what I'm talking, D.
You want to be around.
We'll talk to you two, see what we need to do. You know what I mean? Hey, once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's always be nice. We went a little extra because hey, we getting back to normalcy. You know what I'm saying? We had some time down. We had some time out. It was the holidays. But we getting back to it. You know what I mean? And with that said, you know what I'm saying, how we do it. We're going to see y'all till next time. Peace.